Are you all right, Mr. Frank?
Yes, Pete. Yes.
Everyone in the office has gone home. It's after 6. Don't stay up here, Mr. Frank. What's the use in torturing yourself like this?
I've come to say goodbye.
What do you mean? Where are you going? Where?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided.
Mr. Frank, you can't leave here. This is your home. Amsterdam is your home. Your business is here waiting for you. You're needed here. Now that the war is over, there are things that...
I can't stay in Amsterdam, Pete. There's too many memories. The house we lived in, the school, the street organ playing out there. I'm not the same person I used to be, Pete. I'm a bitter old man. Forgive me. I shouldn't speak to you like this. Is there all you went through? The suffering?
No. It wasn't suffering. You can't say that we suffered.
I know what you went through. You and Mr. Collar both. I'll remember it as long as I live. Tell me.
Mr. Frank, did you see? There are some papers here. We found them in a heap of rubbish on the floor after you left.
Burn them.
But, Mr. Frank, there are letters and notes.
Burn them all.
Burn this.
Honey's diary. Monday, the 6th of July, 1942. Can that be right, Pete? Only 3 years? Dear Diary, since you and I are going to be great friends, I'll start by telling you about myself. My name is Annie Frank. I am 13 years old. I was born in Germany, the 12th of June, 1929. As my family is Jewish, we immigrated to Holland when Hitler came to power. My father started a business importing spice and herbs. Things went well for us until 1940, when the war came, and the Dutch. Defeat, followed by the arrival of the Germans. Then things got very bad for the Jews.
You could not do this, and you could not do that. They forced Father out of his business. We had to wear yellow stars. I had to turn in my bike. I couldn't go to a Dutch school anymore. I couldn't go to the movies, or ride in an automobile, or even on a streetcar, and a million other things. But somehow, we children still managed to have fun. Yesterday, Father told me we were going into hiding. Where, he wouldn't say. At 5 o'clock this morning, Mother woke me and told me to hurry and get dressed. I was to put on as many clothes as I could. It would look too suspicious if we walked along carrying suitcases. It wasn't until we were on our way that I learned where we were going. Our hiding place was to be upstairs, in the building where Father used to have his business. 3 other people were coming in with us. The Fondants and their son Pedro. Father knew the Fondants, but we had never met them.
Something's happened to them, I know it.
Now, Kevin,
Mr. Franck said they'd be here at 7 o'clock. Said not
they
here.
have 2 miles to walk. You can't.
They've been picked up. That's what's happened. They've been taken.
You see,
Mr. Fondant. Mrs. Fondant. There are too many to bring police on the streets. We just take the long way around.
Oh
To my wife, Edith, Mr. and Mrs. Fondant. Their son, David, and our daughters, Margot and Annie.
I'm sorry there's still so much confusion.
Please, don't think of it. After all, we'll have plenty of leisure to arrange everything ourselves.
We put the stores of food you sent here. Your drugs are here. Soap's linen here. Thank you, Neve. I made the beds the way Mr. Franck and Mr. Collar said. Forgive me. I have to hurry. I've got to go to the other side of town to get ration books for you. Ration books? If they see our names on ration books, they'll know we're here. Don't worry. Your names won't be on them. I'll be up later.
Thank you, Neve.
It's illegal then? The ration books? We've never done anything illegal before.
We won't be living exactly according to regulation here.
This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we call the white market, helping all the hundreds and hundreds who are hiding out in Amsterdam.
It's the vestibule.
I must go. I must be out of here and downstairs in the office before the workmen arrive. Me, or I, or both of us will be up each day to bring you food and news and find out what your needs are. Tomorrow I'll get you a better bolt for the door at the foot of the stairs. You need something that you can throw yourself and open only at our signal. Oh, you'll tell them about the noise?
I'll tell them.
Goodbye then for the moment. I'll be up again after the workmen leave.
How can we thank you?
I never thought I'd live to see today when I met my Mr. Franck had to go into hiding. When you think,
What did he mean about the noise?
Let's get some of these clothes off first.
it's a wonder we weren't arrested on the way here. Petronella with her fur coat in July. That cat of Peter's crying all the way.
A cat? Oh no, please, it's all right. I've got on 3 more.
Now, about the noise. Everything can be heard in the rooms below, not only the workrooms, but in the offices too. The men arrive about 8:30, and they leave about 5:30. So, to be perfectly safe, from 8 in the morning until 5 in the evening, we must move only in stocking feet. We must not run any water, not the sink, nor, forgive me, WC, where the pipes run right through the workrooms below. That is the way we must live until it is over, if we are to survive.
Till it is over.
No trash. We must never... No trash must ever be thrown out, which might indicate someone is living here. Not even a potato paring. We must burn everything in the stove at night. That is the way it must be. After 6, we can laugh, we can talk, we can play games. This will be our common area, like one family. Mr. and Mrs. Fazan, your room will be upstairs. I regret there's no room for Peter up there, but he'll be down here with the rest of us.
And where do you and Mrs. Fox sleep?
This room will also be our room.
Oh, that is
It's
a
your
surprise. We'll sleep here and you take the room upstairs.
Please, I've thought about it for weeks. This is the best way, the only way.
Never can we thank you. I don't know how we would have made it if it wasn't for Mr. Funk.
You don't know how your husband helped me when I came to this country. Not knowing anyone, not a word of the language. I can never pay him for that. Can I help you with your bags?
No. Come along, Petronella.
You'll be all right, Peter. You're not afraid.
Please, Mother.
Now you too must get some rest, Edith. You didn't close your eyes last night. Nor you, Margot.
I slept, Father. Isn't that funny? I knew it was the last night in my own bed, yet I slept soundly.
Well, I'm glad, honey. You can help me straighten things in here, then. For the time being, you two can rest in this room over here.
You're sure? I can help, really. And Ona hasn't had her milk.
I'll give it to her.
You sure you're not tired, Ona? I feel fine. I'm going to help Father. Peter, I'm glad you are to be with us.
Yes, Mrs. Frank.
Now, honey, Peter, I think it's best if you take your shoes off now, before you forget.
What's your cat's name?
Moosh.
Mushy. I love cats. I have one, a darling little cat. But they made me leave her behind. I left some food and a note for the neighbors to take care of her. I'm going to miss her terribly. What's yours, a him or a her?
He's a Tom, and he doesn't like strangers.
Then I'll have to stop being a stranger, won't I? Is he fixed?
Huh?
Did you have him fixed?
No.
Well, you ought to have him fixed, to keep him from fighting. Where did you go to school?
Jewish secondary.
But that's where Margaret and I go. I never saw you around.
I used to see you sometimes.
You did?
You're always in the middle of a bunch of kids.
Why didn't you ever come over?
I'm sort of alone with you,
What are you doing?
taking it off.
You can't do that. They'll arrest you if you go out without your star.
Who's going out?
Why, of course. You're right. Of course we don't need them anymore. I wonder what everyone will think when we don't show up to school today.
I didn't have any dates with anyone.
Oh, I did. I had a date with Yopi to go to her house to play ping pong after school. Do you know Yopi to walk?
No.
Yopi's my best friend. I wonder what she'll think when she telephones and there's no answer. Probably she'll go to the house. I wonder what she'll think. We left it in such disorder as if we'd suddenly been called away. Breakfast dishes in the sink, bed's not made. Look, it's still there. What are you going to do with yours?
Burn it.
It's funny. I can't throw it away. I don't know why.
You can't throw away something they branded you with. So they made you wear it just so they can spit on you?
I know. But after all, it is the Star of David, isn't it?
Maybe it's different for a girl.
Now, Peter, we must find something for your cat to sleep in. I'm really glad you brought him. Ani was so worried about hers. Do you think this will work?
Thanks.
This will be your room here. But I warn you, Peter, you mustn't grow an inch or you might have to slip your legs out of the skylight. Are you hungry?
No.
Are you sure? We have bread and butter.
No, thank you.
You can have it for luncheon then. And tonight, we'll have a real supper, like one family.
Thanks.
That's a fine boy, Peter.
He's awfully shy, isn't he?
We'll have to give him some time. He's not used to girls.
I sure hope he likes me. After all, he's the only boy I've got to see for months.
Ani, there's a box over there. Would you mind getting it for me?
You know what I'm going to think of it like here? Like a boarding house. A very peculiar summer boarding house. Like the one that we used to... Oh, Father! Father, my movie stars! How wonderful! And Queen Wilhelmina! Oh, how wonderful!
There's more. Look further.
A journal! Oh, I've never had one, but I've always longed for one. Pencil, pencil, pencil. I'm going down to the office to get a pencil.
No, Ani, you mustn't.
But there's no one down there right now.
It doesn't matter. I don't want you to ever go beyond those doors.
Not even at nighttime? When nobody's there? Can't I go on Sundays to listen to the radio?
Never.
I see.
But it's all right. I think this might have some advantages for you. If you think about it, no one will ever put any bar, any lock, or anything that can hold your mind in. People bring us books. We'll read history, poetry, mythology. And remember the other day when you argued with your mother over the topic of overshoes? You're not going to have to wear those as long as we're here. And Margot's old coat? Yeah, I know. You don't have to wear that anymore either. And the piano. Well, the piano. You won't have to practice that ever as long as we're here. I'm telling you, this will be a fine life.
I thought I'd better get some water for Moochie before.
Of course.
I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding. But I really don't know yet myself. I only know it's funny never to be able to go outdoors, never to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's the silence in the night that frightens me most. Every time I hear a creak in the house, or a step on the street outside, I'm sure they're coming for us. The days aren't so bad. At least we know that Meep and Mr. Crawler are down there below us in the office. Our protectors, we call them. I asked Father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out they were hiding us. Pim said that they would suffer the same fate that we would. Imagine. They know this, and yet when they come up here, they're always cheerful and gay, as if there were nothing in the world to bother them. Friday, the 21st of August, 1942. Today I'm going to tell you our general news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going better. The weather is...
last workman is left.
Whee! I'm first for the WC.
6 o'clock. School's over.
Have you seen my shoes?
Your shoes?
You've taken them, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna be sorry.
Am I? Oh no, dear!
Wait till I get you.
I'm waiting. Peter, no! Stop! Ouch! Ouch! Peter! Oh no, Peter! Peter, where are you going? Come dance with me.
I tell you, I don't know how.
I'll teach you.
I'm giving Lucy his dinner.
Can I watch?
He doesn't like people around when he eats.
Peter, please.
No.
Oh no. I think you shouldn't play like that with Peter. It's not dignified. Who cares if it's dignified? I don't want to be dignified. You complain that I don't treat you like a grown-up, but when I do, you resent it. I just want some fun. Someone to laugh and clown with. I don't know what's the matter with that boy. Margot, will you dance with me? I have to help with supper. We're going to forget how to dance. When we get out of here, we won't remember a thing. Next, where's Peter? Where would he be?
He hasn't finished his lessons, has he? His father will kill him if he sees him in there with that cat and he's working at them. Oh no, get him out of there, will you?
Peter! Peter,
What is it?
your mother says it.
I'm giving Lucy his dinner.
You know what your father says.
For heaven's sakes, I haven't even looked at him since lunch.
I'm just telling you, that's all.
I'll feed him.
I don't want you in here.
Peter!
Fine, give him his dinner and get out of here.
Now, is there any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Mother, I told you to stop saying that.
Look at him blush, look at him.
I'm not. Leave me alone, will you?
He acts like it's something to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of to have a little girlfriend.
You're crazy. She's only 13.
And you're 16, so what? Your father's 10 years older than I am. I warned you, Mr. Frog, if this war lasts much longer, you and I are going to be related.
Mazel tov.
I wonder where Meep is. She's usually so prompt. Ladies and gentlemen, forgive me if I don't stay. I have a friend waiting for me in there. My friend Tom Cat. Some people say that we look alike, but I don't see it. He has such long, beautiful whiskers, and I have mere peach fuzz. I am hoping in time that...
All right, Mrs. Quack Quack.
Peter!
I heard about you. I talked so much in school they called you Mrs. Quack Quack. How Mr. Smitter made you write a composition. Quack Quack said Mrs. Quack Quack.
Well, go on. Tell them the rest. How it was so good, he read it out loud to class, and then read it to all his other classes.
Quack Quack Quack.
You are the most intolerable, insufferable boy I've ever met.
That's right, Anna. Give it to him.
Of all the boys in the world, why I had to get locked up with one like you?
Quack Quack Quack. And from now on, stay out of my room.
Ona, dear. Your hair. You're warm. Are you feeling all right? Please, Mother. You haven't a fever, have you? No, no. Annika, dear, don't do that. You know we can't call the doctor here. Ever. There's only one thing to do. Watch carefully. Prevent an illness before it comes. Let me see your tongue. Mother, this is absurd. Don't be such a baby. Now, let me see your tongue. Oh no.
You heard your mother, Annie.
Come on, open up. You seem all right, but perhaps an aspirin.
Oh, for heaven's sake, don't give that child any pills. I waited for 15 minutes this morning for her to come out of the WC.
I was washing my hair.
I don't think anything's the matter with her, Annie. That a ride on her bike or a date with Yogi Deval here.
Meep not come yet?
The workman just left a little while ago.
What's for dinner?
Beans?
Not again.
Poor Poochie, I know, but what can we do? It's all that he brought us.
We are now what is known as the bean cycle. Beans boiled, beans with casserole, beans with strings, beans without strings.
I saw you in there, playing with that cat.
He just went in there for a second, putting his coat away. He's been out here all the time doing his lessons.
How did you, Father?
Well, you got an excellent in your history, and in Latin, too.
How about algebra?
I'll have to be honest with you, Ani. I managed to stay caught up with you in algebra, but today you caught up to me. We'll have to leave that for Margot to correct.
Isn't algebra vile, Ken?
Vile.
How did I do? Excellent, excellent, excellent.
You should have used a subjunctive here.
Should I? I thought, look here, I didn't use it here. Mrs. Fonda, may I try on your coat? No, oh no.
It's all right, but careful with it. My father bought me this coat the year before he died. He always bought the best that money could buy.
Mrs. Fonda, did you have a lot of boyfriends before you were married?
Oh no,
That's a personal question. It's not courteous to ask personal questions.
oh, I don't mind. Our house was always swarming with boys. And when I was a girl,
Oh,
we had...
God, not again.
Shut up. One summer, we had a big house hill or so. The boys came buzzing like bees around a jam pot. And when I was 16, we were wearing our skirts very short those days, and I had nice-looking legs. I may not be as pretty as I used to be, but I still have my legs. How about it, Mr. Frog?
All right, we see them.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking Mr. Frog.
For heaven's sakes, Mother.
Oh, I embarrass you, do I? Well, I just hope the girl you marry has as good. My father used to worry about me with so many boys hanging around. Told me, if any of them gets crushed, you say to him, remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember I'm a lady.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember I'm a lady.
You shouldn't talk that way in front of her. You know she puts it all down in that diary.
So she does. What am I telling the truth?
Would you mind, Peter, if I moved you over to the couch?
Meet must have the radio on.
Haven't you finished?
No.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
All right, I'm a hopeless case. I'm a dunce. Why do I go on?
You're not hopeless. Don't talk that way. It's just that you haven't anyone to help you, like the girls have. Maybe you could help them, Mr. Frog.
I'm sure that his
Oh,
father...
no, not me. He won't listen to me. You can try, if you want.
Well, how about it, Peter? Would you like to make your school co-educational?
You're an angel, Mr. Frog, an angel. I don't know, I couldn't eat before that one there. Here, sit down, Mr. Frog. Now, Peter, you listen to Mr. Frog.
I think it might be better if we went to Peter's room.
That's right, you go in there, Peter. You listen to Mr. Frog. Mr. Frog is a highly educated man.
I hear a man's voice talking.
Isn't it bad enough without you sprawling all over the place?
If you didn't smoke so much, you wouldn't be so bad-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Don't tell me you smoked up all those cigarettes.
One package, and you've got
It's a
one.
filthy habit.
Oh, will you
have to
stop?
break yourself. You're smoking up all our
Will you shut up?
You.
And what are you staring at?
I never heard grown-ups quarrel before. I thought only children quarreled.
This isn't a quarrel, it's a discussion. And I've never heard children so rude before.
I'm rude! Oh, no. Will you bring me my knitting? I must remember, when Neve comes, to ask her to bring me some more wool. I need some hairpins and some soap. I need a list. Have you some library books for me when she comes? It's a wonder that Neve has a life of her own, the way we make her run errands for us. Please, Neve, get me some starch. Please take my hair out and have it cut. Tell me all the latest news, Neve. Did you know that she was engaged? His name is Dirk, and Neve's afraid that the Nazis are going to ship him off to a war camp. That's what they're doing with a lot of
Suppose you tries to stop talking for just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
Come here, Ona. Finish your glass of milk.
Talk. Every day the same. Talk, talk, talk. It's always the... Where is
What
my...
are you looking for?
My pipe. Have you seen my pipe?
What good's a pipe? You haven't got any tobacco.
At least I'll have something to hold in my mouth. Marga, have you seen my pipe?
It was on the table last night.
I know. Ona, have you seen my pipe? Ona!
Ona, dear, Mr. Fondant is speaking to you.
Am I allowed to talk now?
You are the most infuriating. You see, the problem with you is that you've been spoiled. Judy is a good old-fashioned spanking.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember I'm a lady.
Why can't you be nice and quiet, like your sister Marga? Why do you always have to show off all the time? Let me give you a little advice, young lady. A man doesn't like that in a woman. He likes a girl who will keep his house sparkling for her, him, and who likes to cook and sew. And...
I cut my throat first. I'd open up my veins. I'm going to be remarkable. I'm going to Paris
Paris.
to study music and art.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a famous dancer or singer or something wonderful.
Now look what you've done, you clumsy fool. My beautiful fur coat my father gave me.
I'm so sorry.
It isn't yours. What do you care? Go on, ruin it. Do you know what this coat costs? Do you? And now look at it. Look at it.
I'm very, very sorry.
I could kill you for this. Could just kill you.
Petronella? Licia, where are you going? The supper! Petronella!
Ona, you mustn't behave in that way. It was an accident. Everybody has accidents. I don't mean that. I mean the answering back. You must not answer back. They're our guests. We must always show the greatest courtesy to them. We are all living under terrible tension. That's why we must keep ourselves under control. You don't think Margot's getting into arguments with them, do you? Watch Margot. She's always courteous, never familiar. She keeps her distance, and they respect her for it. Try to be like Margot, and let them walk all over me. No, thank you. I'm not afraid anyone will walk all over you, Ona. I'm afraid for others, that you'll walk on them. I don't know what happens to you, Ona. You're wild, self-willed. If I had ever talked to my mother, things are different now. People aren't like that. Yes, Mother. No, Mother. Anything you say, Mother. I've got to fight things out for myself. Make something of myself. It isn't necessary to fight to do it. Margot doesn't... Margot. That's all I hear from everyone. How wonderful Margot is. Oh, isn't Margot so bright? Come on, Ona, don't be... Everything she does is right. Everything I do is wrong. I'm the dope around here. Everyone's out to get me, and you're worst of all. Put the soup on the stove if anyone cares to eat. Margot, will you take the bread out? I don't know how we can go on living like this. I can't say a word to Ona. She flies at me. You know, Ona, in half an hour she'll be out here, laughing and joking. And I told your father it wouldn't work. But no. He had to ask them. He said, he owed it to them. He said, well, he knows now that I was right. These quarrels, this victory. Shush. Every time I hear that sound, my heart stops. It's me. Father?
Speak here?
Yes.
Has everyone their list?
Here's your list. I'll go get my books. Meek's here.
Is it me?
Yes, Father's gone down to let her in.
At last I'll have some cigarettes.
I can't tell you how unhappy I am about Mrs. Fontaine's coat. Ona should never have touched it.
Oh, she'll get over it.
Is there anything I can do?
Don't worry.
Mr. Crawler?
How are you, Mr. Crawler?
This is a surprise. When Mr. Crawler comes, the sun begins to shine.
Is Meep coming?
Not tonight.
Would you like a cup of coffee, Mr. Crawler? Or better still, would you stay for supper?
No, thank you.
Mr. Crawler, something needs to discuss with us.
What is it?
Usually when I come up here, I try to bring you some bit of good news. What's the point in telling you the bad news when there's nothing that you can do about it? But today, something has happened. Here, Meep's here, you know, he came to me just now. He says that he has a Jewish friend living near him, a dentist. He says he's in trouble. He begged me, could I do anything for this man? Could I find him a hiding place? So, I've come to you. I know it's a terrible thing to ask him, living as you are, but would you take him in with you?
Of course we will.
It'll just be for a day or two until I can find some other place. This happened so suddenly that I didn't know where to turn.
Where is it?
Downstairs in the office.
Bring him up.
His name is Dissel. Jan Dissel.
Bissell. I think I know him.
I'll get him.
Forgive me. I forgot to consult the rest of you, but I knew you'd feel as I did.
There's no need to consult anyone. It's your place. You have every right to do exactly as you want. It's just that with such little food, to bring in another person.
We can stretch the food a little further.
You want a bed?
I think it's fine to have him. But, Otto, where will you put him? Where?
He can have my bed. I can sleep on the floor. I wouldn't mind.
Peter, that's very kind of you, but your room's too small even for you.
I have an idea. I could come in here with you and Mother, and Peter can take my bed, and Margot can sleep in Peter's room. And this one can have Margot's bed.
No.
That's right, we can do that.
Neither of you must sleep in there. Ushi has caught several rides in there. Peter's very brave.
Well, then how about this? I can come in here with you and Mother, and Dissel can have my bed. No. Margot can come in here with us, and he can have her bed. It's the only way. Margot, bring your things in here. Help her own. Why Margot? Why can't I come in here? Because it wouldn't be proper for Margot to sleep with... Please, don't argue. Please.
You don't mind sharing a room with. Do you, Ani?
No, of course not.
Thank you.
What's going on? What's happening?
Someone's moving in with us.
In here? You're joking.
It's only for a night or two until Mr. Cullen can find another place.
Yeah.
Mr. Dissel, come in.
This is Mr. Frank.
Mr. Otto Frank.
Let me take your bags, please. This is my wife, Edith, Mr. and Mrs. Fonda, their son, Peter, and our daughters, Margot and Ani.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you all. Mr. Dissel, I leave you in good hands. Oh, here's Scope.
What can I say to thank you?
Mr. Crawler and me, they're our lifeline. Without them, we couldn't live.
Please, you make us sound very heroic. It isn't that at all. We simply don't like the Nazis. We don't like their methods. We don't like anything about them.
Yes, we know. No one can tell us Dutchmen what to do with our damn Jews.
Don't pay any attention to Mr. Frank. I'll be up tomorrow to see that they're treating you right. And don't bother coming down again. Peter will bolt the door after me. Won't you, Peter?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Peter. I'll get it.
Good night. Good night.
Farewell.
Please, Mr. Easy, sit down.
I'm dreaming, I know it. I can't believe my eyes. Mr. Otto Frank here? So, you're not in Switzerland then? A woman told me she'd gone to your house, the front door wide open, everything in disorder, dishes in the sink, and she found a note in the wastebasket with an address scribbled on it in Zurich. She said you must have escaped to Zurich.
Father put that there purposely, just so people would think that very thing.
So, you've been here this whole time?
All this time, ever since July. Oh, Father, Mr. Dissel says everyone believes that we've escaped to Switzerland.
Well, I'm glad. Edith, where's the marker? Tanya?
It's in there. I was saving it in case of illness.
I couldn't think of a better time to use it. Peter, will you grab 5 glasses, please? I'm glad you're going to be joining us, Mr. Dissel. Mr. Dissel, welcome. We're all very glad to have you with us.
To Mr. Dissel, welcome.
Welcome.
That was good.
I hope Mr. Taylor informed you of the current situation. 3 ration books among the 7 of us, and now you made 8.
Mr. Fondon, you shouldn't have to warn me of a thing like that. You don't realize what is happening out there. Every day in Amsterdam, hundreds of Jews disappear. They surround the block and search house by house. Children come home to find their parents gone. People that you know and I know, like the Hallensteins, the Vessels.
Oh, no.
They get their calls notice. Come to the Jewish theater on such and such time and day. Bring what only you can carry in a rucksack. And if they refuse their call of notice, they come and drag them from their house and ship them off to Mauthausen, the death camp.
We didn't know things had got so much worse.
I'm sorry for speaking so.
Do you know the DeWalls? Do you know what's happened to them? Their daughter Yopi was in my class. Yopi's my best friend.
They are gone.
Gone?
With all the others.
Oh, no.
There were some people called Wagner. They lived near us.
I'm sure Mr. Dissel would like to get settled. The questions can wait for later.
Yes, thank you. I brought Mary a little with me.
Ani, would you like to show him his room? We have
Follow me.
a strict schedule of hours here, but she'll tell you about it.
I'm sorry if I haven't really expressed myself. I'm just such in shock. I always thought I was Dutch. I was born in Holland. My father was born in Holland. My grandfather born in Holland. And after all these years, if you'll excuse me.
Here we are. It sounds pretty bad, doesn't it?
So does Mr. Crawler tells us. Mr. Crawler says things are improving.
I like it better the way Crawler tells it.
You'll be sharing a room with me.
I've never had to adjust myself to others. I've always lived alone.
Let me help you. Have you no family at all?
None.
How lonely it must be.
I'm used to it.
I don't think I could ever get used to it. Haven't you even a pet, a cat or a dog?
No, I'm very allergic to fur-bearing animals. They give me asthma.
Oh dear. Peter has a cat.
Here? He has a cat in here?
Yes, but he keeps it in his room. We hardly ever see it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Let us hope so.
This is my bed, where you'll be sleeping. I sleep there. We cleared these off for your things. The best part about this room is that you can look through the window and see a bit of the street and the canal. There's a houseboat there. A bargeman lives there with his family. They have a baby. And sometimes when he's walking, I fear that he's just going to just...
Your father's book of the schedule?
Oh, yes. It's mostly when we have to use the WC, and times we have to be quiet. But you can use WC if you'd like.
No, thank you. I'm good.
You must think it's awful, me thinking of a thing like that right now, but you don't realize how important it can be, especially when you're frightened. The way Margot and I did this room is, she had it in the afternoons for studying, reading lessons, you know, and I took it in the mornings. Would that be all right with you?
I'm not my best in the morning.
You have the room in the morning.
tell me, when you're in here, where am I? Out there with everyone else?
Yes.
I see, I see.
We have supper at 6:30.
Okay, if you don't mind, then I'm gonna lie down. I find it helps with the digestion.
I hope I don't get up your back. I seem to get up everyone's back.
Don't you worry about that. I'm very good with children. All of my patients would bring in their children, and I got along very well with them.
Thank you, Mr. Dissel.
And yesterday, I finished Sissy von Marxveldt's latest book. I think she's a first-class writer. I shall definitely let my children read her. Monday, the 21st of September, 1942. Mr. Dissel and I had another battle yesterday. Yes, Mr. Dissel. According to him, nothing, I repeat, nothing is right about me. My appearance, my character, my manners. While he was going on at me, I thought, sometime I'll give you such a smack that you'll fly right up to the ceiling. Why is it that every grown-up thinks he knows the way to bring up children? Particularly the grown-ups that never had any. I keep wishing Pater was a girl instead of a boy. Then I would have someone to talk to. Margot's a darling, but she takes everything too seriously. To pause for a moment on the subject of Mrs. Fondon. I must tell you that her attempts to flirt with Father are getting her nowhere. Pim, thank goodness, won't play.
Shush, shush, Ona, for God's sake, shush!
Save me! Save me!
Quiet, quiet, you want someone to hear?
Hush, darling, hush. It's all right. They're there. Oh, my poor baby. My child. Would you be so kind to turn on the light, Mr. Dissel? Nothing's happened. It's just a dream.
Something has got to be done about that child, Mrs. Franck. Yelling like that? Who knows if there's someone out in the street? She's endangering all of our lives.
Oh, Alma, darling, little Alma.
Every night I don't sleep. I'm constantly shushing her. And now it's nightmares?
You're here, safe. You see? Nothing's happened. Please, Mr. Dissel, go back to bed. She'll be herself in a minute or two, won't you, Alma?
I'm going to the WC. That's the only place there's peace.
What is it? What's happened?
Nightmare. She was having a nightmare.
I thought someone was murdering her.
Unfortunately, no.
Would you like a glass of water? Was it a very bad dream? I'd rather not talk about it. Poor darling. Try to sleep. I'll stay right here until you fall asleep. You really don't have to. I'd like to. Very much. Really. I'd rather you didn't. Good night, then. You sure you're okay? There's not anything you want? Would you ask Father now? Of course, I'll do. She wants you.
He did.
It's all right. I thank God that she'll at least go to you when she needs comfort. Now go to her, Autumn. She's still shaking with fear. Go to her. She wants nothing to do with me. She pulled away when I leaned down to kiss her.
It's a phase. You hurt, Father. Girls her age go through it. They turn their fathers at this age. So give all their love to their fathers.
You weren't like this. You didn't shut me out.
She'll get over it.
Oh, Pim, I dreamt that they came to get us. The great police. I dreamt that they grabbed me and dragged me out, just the way they did Yopi.
I want you to take this bill.
What is it?
It's just buy it.
Will you sit with me for a moment?
Of course. You want me to read you?
No. Oh, was I awfully loud? Do you think anyone outside could have heard?
I don't believe so. Lie down.
I'm a terrible coward. I think I've really grown up. I think I've conquered my fear, and then something happens, and I run to you like a baby. I love you, Father. I don't love anyone but you.
Hanukkah,
It's true. I've thought a lot about it, and you're the only one I love.
it's fine to hear you tell me you love me, but I'd much rather hear you tell me you love your mother as well.
We have nothing in common. Whenever I try to tell her my views on the world, she asks me if I'm constipated.
She just doesn't understand. You heard her just now. She's crying.
I know. And the thing is, I can see what I'm doing is cruel. And I can stand off and see that, but I can't stop it. What's wrong with me? Tell me. Don't just say it's a phase. Help me.
Us parents can only do so much for our children to guide you on the right path. I can't tell you who you should be. I can only help you get there, Anka. The rest is up to you.
I'm trying. Really, I am. Every night when I lie down, I think of everything bad I did that day. Like, put the wet mop in Mr. Distle's bed. And I think to myself, I'm never going to do that again. I might do something worse, but I'll never do that again. I worry that if I act too serious, people will laugh at me. So, the bad Anna stays on the outside, the good Anna on the inside. And I try to switch them around, so that the good Anna is on the outside, and the bad Anna is on the inside. So I can be who I could be, if only.
The air raids are getting worse. They come over day and night. The noise is terrifying. Pim says it should be music to our ears. The more planes, the sooner will come the end of the war. Mrs. Fondant pretends to be a fatalist. What will be, will be. But when the planes come over, who is the most frightened? No one else but Petronella. Monday, the 9th of November, 1942. Wonderful news! The Allies have landed in Africa. Pim says that we can look forward to an early finish to the war. Just for fun, he asked us each what the first thing we wanted to do when we got out of here. Mrs. Fondant longs to be home with her own things. Her needlepoint chairs, the Bechstein piano her father gave her. The best that money could buy. Pater would like to go to a movie. Mr. Dissel wants to get back to his dentist drill. He's afraid he is losing his touch. For myself, there are so many things. To ride a bike again, to laugh till my belly aches, to have new clothes from the skin out, to have a hot tub filled to overflowing and wallow in it for hours, to be back in school with my friends.
Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us with thy commandments and bidden us kindle the Hanukkah lights. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has wrought wondrous deliverances for our fathers in days of old. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, that thou hast given us life and sustenance and brought us to this happy season. O mine. We kindle this Hanukkah light to celebrate the great and wonderful deeds wrought through the zeal with which God filled the hearts of the heroic Maccabees 2,000 years ago. They fought against indifferences, against tyranny and oppression, and they restored our temple to us. May these lights remind us that we should ever look to God. Whence cometh our help? O mine.
O
mine.
I lift up mine eyes to the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel doth neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep thee from all evil. He shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall guard thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. O mine.
O mine.
That was very moving.
It's not over yet. There's much more. There's songs and presents.
Presents?
Not this year, unfortunately.
Oh, but always on Hanukkah, everyone gives presents. Everyone.
Just like our St. Nicholas Day.
No. Not like St. Nicholas. What kind of Jew are you that you don't know Hanukkah?
I remember particularly the candles. First one, as we have tonight. Then the next night you light 2. Then the next night 3. And so on until you have 8 candles burning. When there are 8 candles, it is truly beautiful.
And the potato pancakes.
Don't talk about them.
I make the best latkes you've ever tasted.
Invite us all next year, in your own home.
God willing.
God willing.
What I remember best are the presents. 8 days of presents, and each year they got better and better.
We're all here, alive. That is present enough.
No, it isn't. I've got something.
What is it?
Presents.
Presents.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Look! What she got on her head?
A lampshade.
Every which way. For Margot, read it out loud.
You have never lost your temper. You never will, I fear. You are so good, but if you should, put all your crosswords here. A new crossword puzzle book. Where did you ever get it? It isn't new, but I read it all out, and if you wait a little bit and forget, you can do it all over again. It's wonderful, Luna. Thank you.
For
Never
Mrs.
noticed.
Farmer. This is awful. I haven't anything for anyone. I never thought.
This was all Annika's idea.
What is it?
It's hair shampoo. I mixed together odds and ends of soap with my toilet water.
Oh, Annika.
Yours, Mr. Fondant, is something you really love. Something you can't live without. Cigarettes.
Cigarettes?
2 of them. Pim found some in the lining, or some tobacco in the lining of his coat, and we made them, or rather, Pim did.
Look at that. Huh. Light it, Pootie. Light it.
It's just tobacco, really, it is, but there might be a little bit of fluff in it.
It works! Thank you, Annika. Thank you!
For Mother, Hanukkah greeting. Here's an IOU with
hours of doing whatever you say.
That's right.
Now, Mrs. Frog, you wouldn't want to sell that, would you?
Never. This is the most precious gift I've ever had. For Pim,
There wasn't supposed to be anything for me.
it's a muffler. You put it around your neck, like an ascot, you know? I made it myself out of odds and ends of yarn that Meat brought me, and I knitted it in my room at night every day. And I'm afraid it looks better in the dark.
Nonsense. It fits me perfectly.
For Mushi.
On behalf of Mushi, I thank you.
And for you, Painter, from Mrs. Quackback. Go on, open it.
I'm afraid to. I know something's gonna jump out and hit me.
It's nothing like that, really.
What is it, Painter? Go on, show it.
A safety razor.
A what?
A razor.
You didn't make that out of odds and ends.
Meat got it for me. It isn't new, it's secondhand. But you really do need a razor now.
For what?
Look on his lip. You can see the beginnings of a mustache.
Oh, please, put a little milk on it and let the cat lick it off.
You think you're funny, don't you?
Look, he's so excited he's going to try it.
Giving Mushi his present.
Mushi, Mushi, Mushi.
And last, but never least, my roommate, Mr. Disney.
For me, you have something for me.
I made them myself.
2 capsules.
They're earplugs.
Earplugs?
So that you don't hear me when I thrash around at night. I saw them advertised in a magazine. They're not real ones. I made them out of candle wax and cotton. Go on, put them in, see if they work.
Alright. Now let me just get them in.
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready?
Oh, good God, they've gone inside! Thank you, Ona.
And now for the song. Mr. Disney, have you heard the song? The song is the whole thing. Oh Hanukkah, a sweet celebration.
I think it might be better if we skip that this year. It's a song of jubilation and joy. One is apt to become too enthusiastic.
Oh, please, Father, I promise I won't shout.
All right, fair enough.
You! Out! How many times I gotta tell you?
What's the matter with you? Get that cat out of here.
Cat?
You heard me. Get it out of here.
I have no cat.
It doesn't need to be a cat when he comes out of his room with the sentence closing.
You won't have to worry about it much longer. We're getting rid of it.
Thank you, at least someone listens to me.
Oh, no, that's all in your head. I'm doing it because I'm tired of seeing that cat eat all our food.
That's not true. I only give him scraps, bones.
Oh, no, don't tell me. That cat eats better than anyone. Damn cat eats better every day. Out he goes, tonight.
No.
You can't do that, Mr. Fondon. That's Pater's cat. Pater loves that cat.
Oh no.
If he goes, I go.
Go.
You're not going, and the cat's not going. Now please, this is Hanukkah. Hanukkah. This is a time for celebration. What's the matter with all of you? Come on, Emma, let's have the song.
Oh Hanukkah, a sweet celebration.
First, let's blow out the candle.
But Father, you're supposed to let them burn themselves out.
I'm sure God understands shortages. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, who hast sustained us and permitted us to celebrate this joyous festival. O mine. Peter, would you know that?
Do you hear anything?
I think they're gone.
It's the free police. They found us.
Maybe the Gestapo looking for some papers.
Or a thief looking for money.
No, I know it's the free police. They've got to get help. That's all. They'll be back.
If they found us, we'd be up here by now.
Gotta do something quick before they come back.
There's nothing we can do except stay gonna be running water tonight.
If they found us, they found us. Get the water. I'm going down.
No, Father, no. There's someone there waiting. Maybe trapped.
There's no way for us to know anything until Monday. Today's Saturday. We can't live with that uncertainty.
Don't go, Father. Hush. Darling, hush. Stay close to Marga.
Get our money. Go get our money out here. Goodbye. The green police officer much ahead. Go upstairs quick. Get our money.
Keep still.
Do you want to be dragged out to a confrontation? Are you just going to stand there and let them come up and take you? Do something, I tell you!
Will you keep still?
Someone go get Father. Make Father come back.
I'll go. Haven't you done enough?
Mr. Father, please go get Father.
Quiet, quiet.
I lift up mine eyes to the mountains from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
It was a thief. They're gone.
Thank God.
They took a money box and a radio, and they left the door wide open on the way out. I think it's safe we have some light now.
Are you sure it's all right?
The danger's past.
Who says the danger's past? We are in greater danger than ever.
Mr. Dissel, will you please be still?
Thanks to this clumsy fool, someone now knows we're hiding up here.
Someone knows we're here, yes, but who is that someone? A thief, a thief! Do you think a thief is going to go to the Greek police and say, I was robbing a place the other night, I heard a noise on the way up? Do you think a thief is going to do that?
Yes, actually, I think he will.
You're crazy!
I think one day the thief will get caught. He'll tell the Green Police where he knows some Jews are hiding to buy them off.
He's right.
Oh, we must leave. We must go.
Go where?
Yes. Where?
Have we lost all faith? All courage? A moment ago we were ready to believe that they had found us, that it was over. But it's not. And it's Hanukkah, for God's sake. It's a time to celebrate. Annalie, I think it's safe to have the song now.